Hello everyone, welcome to AFA Europe Connect 2020. It's my pleasure to talk about plant-based products and how they are taking retailers to new sales highs. My name is Verena Wiederkehr and I'm International Head of Food Industry and Retail at Proveg International. Let's start with who is actually fueling the plant-based transformation in Europe. It's the flexitarians. Depending on the region and on the studies, around 50% of all consumers are already actively reducing their meat consumption. And when it comes to milk, already 43% of consumers purchase both dairy and plant-based milk. The customer base for plant-based products is truly diverse. It's ranging, and as well are their drivers. They may range from health to sustainability to environment or animal welfare, but also convenience, fillingness, or freshness. The Good Food Institute's MindLab study actually showed, although all these drivers may be very important, the most important one is taste, as well as familiarity and tradition and freshness. They are the most important and most influential factors for the purchase decision. I would like to briefly touch on the European Consumer Survey in Plant-Based Foods, which Proveg conducted in 9 European countries. We asked more than 6,000 people what kind of products are missing in European supermarkets. We discovered priorities for product improvement and product development. They were really very exciting findings. Of course, they might not be that new for many people, but reducers and plant-based eaters both said the most missing product in the market is cheese, because it does not yet meet the nutritional profile, the taste and the texture that the people are looking for. Next to this, people also wish for more meat alternatives which mimic meat, fish and seafood alternatives, baked goods, egg alternatives and ready meals. The food industry is gradually responding to the growing interest of the consumers. They want to see more plant-based products, and we can see it in terms of product launches that there are more products that have a plant-based claim. We witnessed strong growth globally with a compound annual growth rate of 57% between 2015 and 2019. This can also be witnessed in the search terms for plant-based and vegan of Google, which you see that there's a really gradual and strong increase overall. Let's have a closer look at the flexitarians. They are a highly diverse target group, so there's no one flexitarian because they are highly diverse in terms of motivations, purchase decisions, and also the type and quantity of products that they consume. Basically, you can say there are different subsets which have varying needs. The biggest group are the ones that like to have a close imitation in terms of both appearance and taste of the product. So they would, for example, purchase a Beyond Meat burger. Then there are the consumers that rather focus on the environment. So they appreciate organic and local ingredients. And then there are others that focus more on health, and they would love to buy a product which is vegetable-led and where there is an emphasis on seasoning. Most importantly, and many studies have shown this, and also a lot of manufacturers have given us this feedback, is to not call them vegan, but rather plant-based. So when it comes to claims, marketing, please try to use plant-based instead of vegan, because vegan has a negative connotation and is more associated with an ideology, whereas plant-based is considered to be more neutral and more appealing to the mass consumer. Please also differentiate between a plant-based product and a plant-based diet, because the motivations for both might be very different. The Good Foods Mind Lab study also showed that plant-based or plant protein or plant-based protein were the plant-based descriptive language that was most appreciated. So, and what we can also see is that everything with less veggie, less meat, less is not that well received by the consumer. So what are the main obstacles for consumers to not eat more plant-based? First of all, it's the price. Basically, right now, the price points of most plant-based products are truly too high. For example, meat is double the price, plant-based meat is double the price of their animal-based counterpart, and plant-based milk is even twice or 4 times the price of an animal-based milk. The next obstacle, of course, still taste. Although many products already taste great, flexitarians still ask for more improvement in this regard. Another obstacle is lack of product choice. People really want to have a broader choice that they can choose from with different ingredients. Another obstacle is level of processing. We can really hear quite a lot of concerns of consumers that current plant-based products are, in their opinion or in their perceptions, too processed, although they might not be more processed than the animal counterpart. But this is a notion that the food industry really has to address. Last but not least, people are a creature of habit. So when I grew up, I really liked to eat a sausage or a schnitzel. And I don't want to change afterwards when I grow up and I want to eat more plant-based. So I want to eat the same products as I've eaten before. When it comes to product development, we highly recommend to really try to fill the white space that I just mentioned. It's plant-based meat that mimics meat, seafood, fish, egg, and overall cheese. When creating those products, try to be 80% familiar with the original counterpart and 20% new. We want to avoid asking people to change their behavior or think too hard about choosing a product. They should be in front of the shelf and really say, okay, I know what to do with this product, and that's what I'm going to cook with it. How to best communicate about plant-based products to flexitarians? First of all, highlight the taste and the flavor that they can expect. Second, communicate where the people are, in the internet, on social media, in their apps, and at the point of sale. And when you communicate to them, provide more basic and credible information about the health and environmental benefits. Another important aspect is more practical guidance on how to use the products. So having recipe recommendations on the packaging itself is a very good possibility to do that. And of course, the products should also be identifiable. So when they're in front of the shelf, they don't want to read long ingredients list. A label, such as the V label, can help so that the consumer can see at first glance if a product is a vegetarian or vegan. Last but not least, highlight the provenance or the origin of the ingredients itself, because people are being more interested in the supply chain itself.